Hi guys, welcome back to the Keeping It Real Estate Show with your hosts Justin and Brandy. On today's episode, we're going to tell you in 15 minutes why you should move to Hamilton. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode again.
That's it. So we have a ton of reasons. We actually have a list of 19, but we're going to see if we can do it in 15. We'll see how far we get. This might turn into a two-parter, but let's kick it off. So number one reason that a lot of people are moving to Hamilton, besides prices, is close to the highway. Like we have a huge commuter city.
Yeah.
The highway, the transit with the GO train now that came in. I mean, that GO train's been there for a while, but I don't know if you know, they're now running pretty much every hour. Out to Union Station and back. So now you don't have to drive to Burlington to catch the Aldershot train anymore.
Yeah, Hamilton's in the middle of the horseshoe, right? So you have Toronto, Hamilton, and then you have Niagara. I now think they're trying to talk about extending it to Niagara, and then it would be the perfect horseshoe. So we'd be right in the center of it.
They are extending it. I actually bought a condo in Grimsby based on the GO train. Supposed to be there, but it's like so delayed.
There you go.
But it's coming. But yeah, amazing commuter city. We're incredibly bike friendly.
Yes.
We have Cannon Street, has the bike lane going all the way across the city. And then also, if you're on the mountain, like there's a lot of bike lanes all over the mountain on the main streets. And plus we have all those trails that you can ride your bike on.
If you're a driver, you may not be a fan like myself with rage issues, but that's okay.
I love it. You know what, my area, I'm up on the Stony Creek Mountain. We have bike lanes right down Highland.
Yeah.
And we can catch like all the trails that are up there.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Waterfront.
Yes.
Hamilton used to get a huge flack for this, but I actually love the waterfront. I actually live right above it. There's awesome trails along it. There's tons of initiatives for the city that they're trying to clean it up. And it's been a process, but...
Trails are amazing, and Hutch's. If you come to Hamilton, you're going to the waterfront, you got to go to Hutch's. It is been there forever. They got the two locations, but it's amazing.
You might like the fish, but...
That's fish and chips.
I'm there for French fries.
Yeah, I know, the French fries are so good.
So good.
We are also the waterfall capital of the world. We have over 100 waterfalls.
Which I can't believe that.
Yeah.
100?
Over 100.
Yeah.
I know. I looked
thought
it
we
up.
had
I was
7.
like, yeah, waterfall capital of the world is 7. No, it's 100. So I've seen a bunch of them. I probably haven't seen all of them. That'd be a cool thing one day to go see all of them, but they're buried all along the trails, and we have some large ones, some small ones.
Yeah. So. I'm getting married right next to the Twos Falls, which is really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Restaurant scene. This one's probably one of our favorites.
I feel like we could talk the entire podcast about this.
Yeah, and we're going to try to make future episodes involving this. Sneak scenes, but...
yeah, and it's, I mean, the restaurant scene's amazing. All kinds of cuisines. You have high end, you can go like cheap, I don't know. Yeah. But just the culture around all the food right now is amazing.
What's your favorite street?
My favorite street?
For food.
I don't have for food? I don't know. I like them all. I got a favorite restaurant on like every street.
Oh my God.
I guess if I have to, like I love the Mule.
Yes, me too.
Me and my wife go there a lot. We get the Bulldog Margarita. It's
Taco and tequila.
Yeah, it's amazing. And that's on King William, so... I guess if I had to pick King William, but there's so many.
I think that's my favorite too.
Yeah.
Or James Street.
James North.
Or Locke.
Sure. Locke.
Actually, Westdale is getting pretty good for
Ottawa's
food too.
got some good ones too. I love the Cannon on Ottawa.
Yeah.
Yeah. But and then we got we'll break down the streets. Like we'll mention the streets, and because I think those are reasons to move here.
Absolutely.
James Street North. That's huge. Huge, vibrant art scene. Really got turned around with restaurants about 10 years ago. We had a lot of these really expensive, well, not expensive, but like people put a lot of money into the restaurants there, and the food just took off. It was just an amazing combination.
Yeah, Art Crawl.
Crawl.
Actually one of my most favorite events, especially Super Crawl if it's not pouring and cold outside. But Super Crawl is awesome. It's brought a huge, trendy thing to this part of Hamilton, and I think in the past 10 years I've really seen it grown.
Yeah, even the weekly art crawl is pretty cool, or monthly.
Yeah,
monthly.
It is.
Yeah,
it's the first Friday of every month in the summer.
Yeah, and then we moved to another major street in Hamilton that everybody talks about, Locke Street, which Locke Street always has the very bougie feel to it, probably because it's got a Starbucks on it, right? But it's I love it. The restaurants there are amazing too. I actually miss it. Chuck's Burger Bar used to be one of my main reasons.
That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, to go down to Locke Street.
They have the best sweet potato fries.
But they're not there anymore, so don't go there expecting it.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm also biased to Locke Street because one of my buddies, Mike, he owns Cima, and if you're a huge Italian fan, which I am, just sauce and pizza.
I love it. I was down there last summer on the patio. It
Yeah.
was amazing. I love it.
It's a great patio.
Yeah, great vibe, great energy.
Yeah. And then Ottawa Street. Ottawa Street is, I hate using this word, but I mean it's fitting, hipstery.
It is very hipstery. Like they are what James Street was like 10 years ago when you started to see that sort of
Exactly.
movement of the art and stuff,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, you have like the vintage vinyl shop there. You have the Cannon. If you've never been to the Cannon on Ottawa Street, you got to check it
I
out.
haven't done that.
Coffee's
Oh,
great.
the coffee, yes.
Yeah,
I have done
and
that.
they have amazing. They make sandwiches, but with waffles as like the
Yes.
bun.
Okay,
The California one
perfect.
is so good.
Perfect plug. I have a lease coming up right behind that coffee shop.
Oh, perfect.
Next month.
It's a great
If anyone
location.
wants a lease for
Yeah.
a bachelor apartment, right there
Yeah.
on Cannon and Ottawa, I have one coming up. So
And then they have the outdoor patios, which we should mention too. A lot of these streets, a cool thing that got added during COVID, and I think it's going to stay, is they're allowed to put outdoor patios, like those street side. They're sort of
The
decks, but
permits.
enclosed, whatever.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Just it's great energy.
Yeah.
I love it. Ottawa Street does like food truck festivals,
Yep.
all that kind of stuff.
yeah, love it. Vibrant nightlife. Hess Village. I think this one is. It goes through its phases, right?
Yeah.
Justin
You
and
have
I
to
worked there
mention
way
it.
back in the day. That's
Yeah.
why we're
Yeah, I used to bartend at Sizzle. So did she.
like, what, 8 years ago?
For me, it was longer than that. For me, 12 years maybe.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Stopped when I was 21, yeah.
Yeah,
My
we're
license.
babies.
So, I mean, if you recognize us somewhat, that might be where you recognize
Yeah,
us from.
gross, but
But you got to even though Hess Village isn't where it was a few years ago. I mean, it might come back, but it's you can't not mention it when you're
So here-
talking about nightlife.
here's what I predict what's going to happen. We have exponential growth in condos right now, and what does condos bring? Young people, young professionals. I see Hess making a spin in maybe the next 5 years because there's going to need to be a big bar nightlife scene, and there's
And you can't beat the patios. I remember back when we used to go and it was busy,
It was
they'd
the best.
shut off the street.
It was the best.
And then you could walk along the street and not have to worry about cars. All the bars had patios that
Yeah.
were all open. The energy was just
So fun.
amazing. I would love to see that come back. Bit of a replacement for that now. Augusta Street, not as large scale, but they do have the patios, they do have the bars, live music, great food again. Radius is obviously a staple there on the corner, but
Yeah.
they have a lot of great spots. So Augusta would be like another nightlife spot that I'd probably go to.
I feel like COVID has really hurt a lot of these
Yeah.
places too. So go out and support this summer because
Absolutely.
it's over.
And then let's talk about our big venues. We got First Ontario Place, and then we have Tim Hortons Field. So, First Ontario is great for concerts, shows, big events, food and drink festival. We were actually talking about it, how fun that used to be. That's a great event. I actually haven't been since before COVID, I think, was the last time I went.
Same.
And it was an absolute party.
Yeah, it's fun. You
Yeah.
literally get drink tickets, and the bar we worked at, they used to just give us free drink tickets, and you
Yeah.
just go and enjoy the food. And
It was fun. And Tim Hortons Field is huge because Hamilton Tiger Cats, Forge FC, it's just great events to go to. I love it. But then you said that there's like big yoga fest.
Yeah, if you're a big yogi, Hamilton is a really underlooked for the yoga community. I know they always have big events at Leuna Station, which is just off of James Street as well. And they do one in Gage Park, which is a nice, huge, beautiful botanical park in Hamilton. And then they also have Tim Hortons Field. So look into that if you're into
amazing.
yoga.
Yeah, great venue. Big art scene. I think we kind of touched on this, but the art scene is still so prominent in Hamilton. You see it all over Hamilton. So many restaurants
beautiful.
infuse local artists into their, the construction, just
Yeah.
what they do, whether it's murals and that sort of thing. It's really cool.
I find Cannon Street's really big for that.
Yeah.
The Cannon and the James.
Well, what
there's
happened?
always a big thing there.
It used to be on James, and what happened essentially was James Street rents started to get higher because these restaurants were coming in,
Right.
and the rents were going up because then it became a desirable location. So people that used to be able to pay those lower rents there migrated to Ottawa Street, and Ottawa Street still is a lower price per square foot when you're leasing.
Yeah.
So a lot of the artists move that way. So that is pretty cool, but you still do see it in James, definitely the galleries and
Absolutely,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
McMaster. We both went to McMaster as well.
Never left the city.
I know, we
I
just
went to
never
elementary school here, high school here, McMaster, now I work here.
Yeah. I came here for university and I got trapped. So I'm just
kidding. Such a cool campus.
Yeah,
it is. It's
I
so,
love
like,
it.
Yeah.
I loved everything about it. It's homely to me, but it's still got that big university, small town vibe.
Yeah, like when you watch a movie and you see a university campus, that's what it is. Because I know like U of T spread out across the city, right?
Yeah.
Whereas McMaster's that condensed, you really get that cool campus feel.
Yeah, and Westdale.
Westdale.
I love Westdale. Also a really awesome area for restaurants and cafes if you're looking for that thing.
For sure. Mohawk College, one of the best colleges out there. They got a good campus too. Great location on the mountain.
Yeah.
Very
Fun
innovative.
fact, Andrew, so my fiance took them to the championship in basketball.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He took them? Did he?
He did. He's number one rebounder in Canada.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did they win?
Yeah.
Oh, they did? When you say he won the
Okay, sorry.
championship,
He
they
won?
won. Like they took him to the championship, haven't they?
Well, yeah.
Congratulations, Andrew. You're a
Yeah.
stud. Love it. Hospitals is a big one. Like we have, St. Joe's, the General.
We have
McMaster,
3 major ones and then branches off of that.
Drabinsky and that. The Sick Kids is an amazing hospital. The things they do there are incredible.
Yeah, I did my undergrad out of McMaster and Sick Kids, and yeah, I can only speak highly of it.
Yeah, and then big city but small town feel. I find this is very true.
I feel like I know everyone, and I've only been here for, I've been here for 13 years now, but
If you talk to somebody enough, you're always going to find, I think, some sort of link of how you're going to know somebody.
Yeah.
Like it is that feeling, right?
it used to bother me, but now I kind of love it.
Yeah.
I feel just connected.
I like it too. I like walking around. You always see people at the
Yeah.
mall. You're downtown. You might see people at restaurants. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I think that was like the biggest letdown for COVID for me, is like that antisocial vibe. So I really want to get out there this summer. And
Oh, I know. I can't wait.
Go
It's
to-
going to be
go to
amazing.
restaurants,
I
go
think
to
everything, and I
bars.
hope everything is going to be busy. Like I think everybody's kind of feeling it. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. And then my favorite thing about Hamilton is I truly believe that this city has something for everybody. Whatever lifestyle you want in terms of you want to live downtown, you can live in a condo, you have the walkability, you have the transit that can take you to Toronto. Like you can live downtown now if you work, whatever. You might not even need a car,
For sure.
right?
Yeah.
You have, if you want to, that neighborhood feel, you can come up on the mountain. They got the big properties, with the smaller homes, or you can go to Ancaster, Dundas, Stony Creek. Like they're all just such different areas.
Yeah.
Or even Haldeman, Haldeman's different, but it's where it's Binbrook, right?
Yep.
Like you get that rural feel where you can live if you want to live like a farmer. I don't know.
Yeah, and I have weirdly lived in almost every area of
Yeah?
Hamilton, and every time I find like my own little niche. Like I love it. Like right now I live in the Strathcona neighborhood, and I'm obsessed with going to the Strathcona Market and De La Soul Yoga and that stuff. And before I used to live in the Durand, and I was really obsessed with Lock Street, and I find there's so many things in each little neighborhood that make it its own.
Yeah, and then eventually when you and Andrew start having kids and stuff, then you can move into the family neighborhood. No? Staying down there?
Yeah.
That's it.
The one, actually, we were trying to rack our brains for a 20th. I wanted to add parks. I just wanted to add Gage Park.
Oh, nice. We got a 20th. Let's go. Good call.
We have 2 minutes left, so. Gage Park. The government is putting a lot, and I was just looking at this last night, they're putting a lot of money into keeping it clean and safe, and there's actually some expensive neighborhoods around there. But if you go there, there's a whole botanical garden. It's so clean. I used to think I wouldn't go to that area that often, I don't know. But last time I went there last summer, it was so clean. I didn't see any garbage on the ground.
And the inside,
People were
that
doing
big
yoga.
greenhouse is amazing.
Huge greenhouse.
People are doing yoga. That's the big sell for you.
That's right.
Oh, yoga.
That was
Okay.
the
I'm
sell
in.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just because it's between a bunch of main roads, so I thought it'd
Yeah.
be dirty, but it wasn't at all.
Yeah. It's great. I mean, obviously we love the city that we live in. I think a lot of people who do live here do love it. That's why they stay. I know we've had a bunch of people come from Toronto and just settle into this lifestyle because it is a beautiful city. Like it has so much to offer. I truly believe that. I would have a hard time moving away.
I feel like it holds such a stigma sometimes with people, and it just takes a little bit convincing.
Yeah, we've shook
fall
that
in love
steel
with
city,
it.
I
Yeah.
think. We're shaking. It's almost off.
Yeah.
We're
almost.
getting there.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thanks so much for joining us. If this didn't convince you to move to Hamilton, I don't know what will. We love that you tune in every week. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, ding that little bell so you get notified when we post a new episode. Other than that, we look forward to talking to you guys again next week.
See you later.